trend. Say that with my chest. I will not bend.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He's coming off a historic game, topping Adrian Peterson's 2007 mark of 296 yards. It's the Saints and the Bucs, next on EA Sports.
The first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road, and that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And his first pass is incomplete. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Commanding this unit will be the 6'2 quarterback out of BYU. It's Taysom Hill.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hill rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's got room. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Of course, remember last week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. 10 yards, good for the Saints. First down. On the ground, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running with Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
They'll try the air now with Hill. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Brady to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
After one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
Now Landry. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run it with Kamara. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Touchdown, Saints! Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. To look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive of 4 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Brady to his tight end, Brate, for the Tampa Bay first.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Caught by Jones. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Brady again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw.
He's got Otten on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Succop's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
180 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
With career touchdown number 75.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Wants to try to end the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 46 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows. And you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more. The cherry on top, maybe, as this game goes forward. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Kamara up the middle. My goodness, 235 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Lots of look at the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Brady now on first down. He completes this to Russell Gage.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Brady. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 9. On the draw, this is Fournette. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings him forward. Now Brady got to have this one.
Complete right side to Otten. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now Brady. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
43 yards.
And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That throw by Brady incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for New Orleans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance double again. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat.